February 24th, 1978. 5 friends from Yuba County, California, prepared for an ordinary Friday night. Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Ted Weiher, Jackie Huett, and Gary Mathias. They shared a love of basketball, and that evening they traveled to Chico to watch a game. For the 5 friends, it was supposed to be a simple night out. They watched the Gateway Gators play, spent time together, and after the game, stopped at a nearby convenience store for food and drinks. Nothing appeared unusual. The men had no reason to believe this would be the last night they would spend together. At some point after leaving the store, they got back into Jack Madruga's Mercury Montego and began the journey home. But they never made it home. Instead, the Mercury traveled east, toward the mountains. The road became increasingly remote. Snow covered the surrounding forest. And somewhere along that journey, the 5 men disappeared from view. Their families were waiting for them to return, but they never did. Police began searching for them, while investigators tried to determine where the 5 friends had gone. Then, 4 days after their disappearance, the Mercury was found. It was sitting abandoned on a remote mountain road. Inside were belongings from their journey, including food and other items connected to the basketball game. But there was no sign of the 5 men. Searchers began combing the surrounding wilderness. The deeper they looked, the stranger the situation became. Why had 5 men driven so far into the mountains? Why had they left the car? As winter slowly gave way to spring, the snow began to disappear, and when searchers returned to the mountains, they finally began finding clues. Searchers discovered a Forest Service trailer. Inside, they found the remains of Ted Weiher. Evidence indicated that he had survived inside the trailer for some time, and among the belongings inside were a pair of shoes. They belonged to Gary Mathias, but Gary Mathias had disappeared without a trace. 4 men were eventually found. 1 was never found. And the question remains, why did 5 friends leave their car and disappear into the mountains? What happened to Gary Mathias? And what happened during those final hours? In the wilderness, the answers remain unknown.